I'm MWG and let's get right into the tech news. The good old iPhone, the most popular version of a smartphone every single year. Even with all the criticism people put on all the iPhones, overpriced, overrated, people still want to buy them. And with people wanting to buy the iPhones, people are interested in the future iPhones. Love them or hate them, because of that, we have 2018 iPhone rumors. Yes, already. The latest iPhone, the iPhone 10, is now about a month old, and now we're talking about the next new iPhone for 2018. First of all, let me make it clear that I am not predicting the name for this iPhone. In all my videos talking about the 2017 iPhone rumors, I never called the phone iPhone X. I always called it iPhone Edition or iPhone 8. And now this year, I have no idea what to call it. Since Apple in 2017 verged off their normal naming scheme with the 7, then 7S, now they're calling it 7 to iPhone 8, and then a special version of the iPhone X. Who truly knows what the next iPhone is going to be called? It could be called iPhone 8S, it could be called iPhone X Plus, it could be called iPhone 9, iPhone 11. Who truly knows at this point? But as we all know, Apple's going to come up with a name that no one else expected but still sounds good. For example, the name for the Siri smart speaker, the HomePod. No one ever was calling it the HomePod, and now HomePod sounds like a good name. So for right now and the next couple of months, I'm going to be referring to it as iPhone 2018. I'm not going to give it a name. I'm not going to give it iPhone Edition, because truly, no one has an idea of what the next iPhone is going to be called. And frankly, in the end, it doesn't matter. It's just a name. First of all, what do I even want in the 2018 iPhone? I mean, I'm perfectly satisfied with the iPhone X, but things can always get better. We could get all those little things that we know Apple is going to improve out of the way. Improved battery life, improved cameras, improved performance with the A12 bionic chip, whatever Apple's going to call it. We know Apple's going to do those things. But you might be wondering, what else can Apple do? And I'm about to tell you. For one, I want the next iPhone to be slightly cheaper. And I'm not asking for a $300 discount or $400 discount. I'm just talking about a nice $100 discount. At $900, the iPhone X will look like a bargain. But at $1,000, people are like, oh, no, that's way too overpriced. So Apple, please price the next iPhone at $900. That would be perfect. Next, I want 120Hz refresh rate on the OLED display on the next iPhone. 120Hz on an OLED display has never been done before. The Razer phone has 120Hz but on an LCD display, and so does the iPad Pro. But I want it on an OLED display, so you can get the best of both worlds. 120Hz refresh rate and that beautiful, gorgeous OLED display. Can we get a bezel-less version of the iPhone 8 Plus? So kind of like the iPhone X Plus. So that would make the display at 6.7 inches for those phablet lovers. I'm perfectly satisfied with the screen size of the iPhone X at 5.8 inches. But sure, it could be larger. That would appeal to even a larger audience. You got a 5.8 inch iPhone and then a 6.7 inch iPhone. Apple, it sure doesn't hurt to give more options. And about giving more options, Apple, how about put a fingerprint sensor in the display? I know this year the technology wasn't prepared for this iPhone, but next year, come on, try to make it and put it into this iPhone. So people would have the option of Face ID or Touch ID. Yet again, options don't hurt. And while you're putting Touch ID back in the iPhone, can you make Face ID slightly better? I mean, I don't have a ton of complaints with Face ID right now, but it could always be slightly faster to match Touch ID. As of right now, Face ID is good, but it could be great. And I want Apple to do that with the 2018 iPhone. And hopefully with making the Face ID better, you could probably make the front-facing portrait mode better. Another thing I want done to the iPhone is to remove the lightning cord. I know this is going to be very controversial, but it won't be that controversial if a wireless charging pad comes in the box with your brand new iPhone. Apple is for sure 100% heading towards a portless future, and you could evidently see that by Apple removing the headphone jack. And now Apple's next step is to remove the lightning connector. The iPhone 8 and the iPhone X does have wireless charging for a reason. It's time for Apple to push us towards that with removing the lightning connector on the 2018 iPhone. I know it's going to be super controversial, but why not, Apple? Take the risk. Take that courage. And the last thing I want done to the 2018 iPhone is to add a super wide-angled camera. Yes, this would make it a tri-camera setup. This will allow you to get all the angles you want, and I mean all the angles. So you don't even need any moment lenses. You just have your iPhone with the zoomed in view, the standard view, and then the super wide view. That's what I want. But of course, that's only my dream scenario for the next 2018 iPhone. That's probably most likely not gonna happen. But if Apple can make that happen, that will be perfectly great. Now, there's not many official 2018 iPhone rumors, but there is one I should talk about, and that's the 2018 iPhone lineup. According to an analyst, Apple is going to release 3 different models of an iPhone next year. One model would be the revision to the 5.8-inch iPhone X that we have right now. But then the second model will be the Plus version of the iPhone X. So a 6.5-inch iPhone that would be a revision to the X. So you got your 2 bezel-less phones right there. A 5.8-inch model and then a 6.5-inch model. That's a lot. But then according to the analyst, there's going to be an LCD model, not OLED, that is going to be bezel-less. That's a 6.1-inch model. This theoretical LCD model would be for sure cheaper than the 2 OLED models because LCD is cheaper to produce than OLED. And if you want to see what a possible bezel-less LCD phone looks like, I mean, you could look at the Essential phone. That's an LCD bezel-less smartphone. It's got the little notch on the top, so just like the notch on the iPhone X, but then it has a little bezel on the bottom to hold the display controller. Which on the iPhone X, because it's OLED, it was bent down into the phone. With LCD, you can't do that. So on the bottom of the 2018 theoretical iPhone LCD, you're gonna have a bezel on the bottom. Or unless Apple develops something new and makes it completely bezel-less, just like the iPhone X. This is for sure all gonna settle with time, but for right now, I'm just getting the pot stirring. I'm excited to start talking about the 2018 iPhones. Are you? Make sure you smash the subscribe button right here to stay informed, and I'll see you in the next one.